We don't trust anymore. You don't want the lawsuit that comes with it. And that's just one of the things.
That's right.
One of the incredible interdisciplinary aspects of olfactory perception. It connects to so many fields of our reality.
Yes.
That we
And that's really what's so cool about it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks so much. You want to ask a question?
It's from Bridget.
Oh, Bridget's in Ireland. Go ahead, Bridget. She's gonna grill me, I know. she was my toughest critic and editor, but she's gonna, okay, go ahead.
What does your reflection smell like? Or what does your sense of smell reflect about you?
I'll take the second one, thank you.
What does your sense of
She's
smell
almost going right to the corner. Thank you for asking.
When I say thank you, I don't mean it.
To me, the fact that I'm so interested and obsessed with smells, it shows my interest in subtleties and my interest in the aesthetics of things, beauty, my interest in the unusual, the different, the kind of strange. Like, who does their dissertation on smells, really? Like that, I mean, if I was just gonna, well, besides Hans, right? I mean, so if I was just gonna look at myself from a distance and be like, well, of course, like, that's a weird dude, he does weird stuff, and but he pays attention to certain things that are more sensual and body-oriented and a little bit more aesthetic, beauty.
One more question, and then we'll wrap this up.
I can't choose, only choose.
Okay, we'll go with her. She convinced me. Okay. I have an activist question, and this has to do with the collective.
Mm-hmm.
Given the immense amount of suffering going on globally, and that when we look at how some of the political leaders that are being elected in the US, England, other places, what I've seen lavender used in behavior management in public school classrooms in Chicago. I'm seeing naps, collective community naps as a form of resistance and healing, again in Chicago. What would you suggest that as humans wanting the world, what can we do? What can we lead with? What sense would you suggest that we help infuse in the world for healing of the collective?
Good one, Considering that there aren't any smells that are going to really please everybody, because not everyone likes lavender, right? Some people hate it. But so considering that, taking the work of Ananda Shiva in mind, that seeds and plants and gardening is a good starting point. And whatever happens to bloom from those things, get a pot in your classroom, grow something, maybe choose a plant that smell the soil, grow something, start a community garden, rip out your lawn and your grass, maybe not all of it, but some of it, plant some aromatics, and plant something natural that comes from the earth and maybe gives off some food. Get back to the gardening and let that be the smells that waft through. I mean, in Switzerland, they had just cut the grass for the hay. So I'm walking around Switzerland, there's big farms everywhere, and they still use tons of fresh meat off the farms. I'm walking around, and I'm getting the aromas of fresh hay, the sweet smell after they just cut the farms. Priceless. I mean, I loved it. Me and Richard were like, this is awesome. I don't smell diesel fuel, I smell hay, So that's what I would say. Just get back to the soil, plant some stuff.
You were lucky to be in Switzerland later. In spring,
I know.
Spreading the cow manure all over.
I know, I still went to that too.
So.
Yeah, I spent a couple of days. I was like, woo, some chicken or some hay or some. I was in farmland. I got a few whiffs of that too. But you know what? I didn't mind though, because I was in farmland and I'm in Switzerland. Yeah, it smells of Switzerland.
All right, well, Hans and I are going to step out of the room and pretend to deliberate.
Okay. Very good. Good.
Feel the tension, everyone, about what might happen next.
Good luck with that. Good luck. Best of luck.
Do you want to take this gentleman's question?
Yes, Bruce.
So, really well done, Ryan. Nice presentation, very well constructed. So I was asking myself, what about the amplitude or the magnitude of a scent?
Mm-hmm.
For example, perfume or cologne.
Yep.
When it goes beyond a certain strength and magnitude, it changes into a different image, doesn't it?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, so the question is about intensity or strength, and that's really important actually. It's tricky with smells. They tried to somehow quantify it by counting molecules, and it's really hard to do that. So, and it's very subjective. Some people are more sensitive than others. Someone walks in with perfume, I might be like having a headache and like, oh my god, that one's perfume is so strong. My person's like, I don't even notice any smell. So intensity is very subjective to a certain degree. Animals are obviously more in tune than others to that. But I would say that the intensity causes more of a reaction a lot of the time. So in general, the greater the intensity, the more of at least a body reaction, whether or not it's an emotional reaction, hard to say, but it certainly influences how the body responds. If this room was heightened, let's say, with, take any smell, somebody's body odor, somebody in here was really smelling, like your peanut, just kidding. No, if somebody in here was really strong body odor, the room would smell like that and we'd be like, oh my god. But as it is, we all have body odors, but it's like kind of toned down. So the intensity does have an effect on our body, that I know. But beyond that, I don't know. You know, and synthetic perfumes are loaded with all kinds of chemical compounds, which makes them that much stronger. So I know I'm sensitive to that, but some people aren't. So
they're different images though, so strong.
Images I think are going to vary, just depends on the person. I smell Abercrombie and French and I want to throw up and strangle like a college student, other girls swoon.
Okay, I want you to close your eyes again. This is what success smells like. On behalf of Brian's dissertation committee and Pacifica Graduate Institute, we're very proud to announce the birth of Dr. Brian Falk. Signed by your dissertation chair, and as well as Dr. Ray Johnson,
Yep.
who is chair of your program, and then this. You must not take off.
Okay.
Okay, well, it takes a community to raise a doctor, so if you all want to help me blow this out.
Please.
Says
I
Brian,
love you guys.
the
Thanks
gift
so
of
much for being
spirit.
here, really, seriously.
1, 2, 3.
Thanks so much for you guys coming. I really appreciate it. It makes all the difference to have you. You all smell and look.
Yay.